up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about the disappointing 2-2 draw against Brentford in the Premier League. And yeah, what else can I say? Today's match was very infuriating to watch. Especially like the first half, the way we started the game, the lineups, the selection, everything was organized from the get-go. And when it looked like we were trying to piece everything together, I looked like we were going to run away with the 3 points, and then it just got taken right under our feet. And so we're going to break everything down in this video, so let's get straight to it. So first, let's talk about the lineup, the issues that plagued us in the first half, the reason why we were disorganized in the first half. As you all know, we're going to be facing Bayern Munich in the Champions League, and I don't know whether that is the reason why Maresca decided to play the new guys. He decided to give Jora, Hato, and Bonanote debuts against Brentford. Brentford that we've been struggling to beat, we're struggling to get goals past and in the Premier League for some time now. I don't know why he decided to do that. And he also decided to start Fofana, who hasn't been in action for a very long time. And you start to him against Brentford. Like, I don't know what mentality that was. I don't know what reason that. I just don't know. I just don't know whether he was trying to rest the main players or was trying to rest some of the players for Bayern Munich. I just don't understand. The way we played today, I'm even very worried about facing Bayern Munich because our defense were leaking. We were really leaking in the back. We couldn't defend. We couldn't head. We couldn't clear balls away. We couldn't do anything whenever the attack was... whenever the pressure was on us in the first half, we couldn't really clear our lines properly. The first half, we had, I think, 70% domination. The first half, we had about 70% possession, but just one shot on target in the whole first half. I think we got a proper chance on target in the second half. But yeah, in the first half, it was all Brentford. Brentford, they sat deep and attacked on the counter, as we have seen time and time again. We've seen this so many times from Chelsea in previous seasons, because we've now adopted this kind of possession-based football. When I started watching Chelsea, it wasn't like that. We were not possession-based. This is a new thing that is in football, that the big teams like to retain possession and dictate the football. But yes, we are playing against Brentford, so we shouldn't be expecting to sit back against Brentford. We should be pressing more. But it's like we do all this, we have the majority possession with nothing to show for it, and it's really annoying. So Brentford is sitting back, and it seems like that's our kryptonite. When a team sits back and attacks on the counter, then we don't know what to do to break their defense. And yeah, they were well drilled today. They had a plan, like how other teams have done against us. They had a plan, they had a solid plan, and they executed it. And they got a goal in the first half. A goal that was very similar to Joshua King's goal for Fulham in the last game that we played, where it was allowed. It was very similar to it. Got a good pass from midfield that found the player. He went in and he scored. I think he went in and he scored. And he scored in a similar fashion to Joshua King, with Tosin being the one defending him. And this time, instead of going between Tosin's leg, it went between, but it deflected, and Sanchez wasn't able to stop it. So I know, unfortunately, this one wasn't called off by VAR. It was given. So after that, again, it was still Brentford, and we just had to see the game out. We just have to see the game through. We're still not getting chances. Gittins, I don't know what to say about Gittins today. Gittins, he was doing everything right, but his final input, his final balls were lacking. It reminded me a little bit about Madueke when Madueke was with us. Not when he was on form, but when he dipped in form, he had that kind of similar traits. Runs into the box, does everything correctly, drives into the box, but his finishing was lacking. His final balls into the box were lacking, and that was what Gittins was doing the whole of first half and a little bit of the second half. We went into the halftime break trailing by a goal to nil. And I think Maresca had realized that he made a mistake because he made immediate changes. He brought on Neto, he brought on Cucurella, he brought on Palmer for the second half. And when Palmer came on, immediate impact. You could see that the game just switched. With these three players coming on, the game just switched, and we're now pressing Brentford. We're now applying the pressure against Brentford. And we got a goal as a result of that. We got a goal from Cole Palmer, and it was a very good goal. I think Garnacho came on and passed the ball in the rich Cole Palmer, and he scored. He put it in calm and collected. He put it in calm and collected like he usually does. And yeah, we got the equalizer. And then it was all it was just a matter of when we're going to score the second one, because we're still pressing, we're still applying the pressure. And yeah, I mean, Garnacho, I really thought Garnacho was good when he came on. When he came on, he was really pressing. He wanted to make a stamp in the game. Unfortunately, he didn't get the chance to make a stamp, but I like what he was doing. I like how fast he was. I liked how he was taking players on. I like to see wingers. I like to see attackers who are courageous enough to take players on. João Pedro today was a little bit quieter than the rest of our attackers. I think he was also suffering from the fact that Brentford was sitting deep and were blocking any passes that were coming through to reach him. And he was also, because he was boxed out or he was separated from the rest of the attack, he had to come in to win the ball, to start the play, to link up. Sometimes he goes on the right, he goes on the left. So sometimes when the crosses come in, he's not the one in the middle. And yeah, it was difficult to be watching him play like that. But yeah, he came off without scoring a goal, and that was bad news for my FPL because he's my striker in my FPL. So when he did score, I was worried. And I took Opama out because I didn't think Opama would start this game, even though Maresca said he's recovering and people were saying there's a possibility that he might start. And he was on the bench too. So when I saw him on the bench, I was like, okay, then if he's on the bench, possibility that he might start. He came in and then he played. And I mean, yeah, he really transformed the game. He really turned the game on its head because we're now pressing, and we got a second goal too as well from Caicedo. Beautiful goal again. Garnacho driving from the left, put a pass in that I think was deflected or it was cleared by the Brentford defenders, and then fell to Caicedo, who hit a beautiful shot to find, I think, the left side of the goal, because the players were running towards the right, thinking that they hit the left, and he played it right behind them, and it was a beautiful goal. And then we just had to maintain the lead. That is all that we had to do. Maintain the lead. I don't know what I don't know what it was. I don't know what I think the Laps, if you guys remember, the Laps father used to have, I think he used to play for Stoke, and he used to have like a crazy long throw that always kind of like used to have a crazy long throw that usually found its way to an attacker and ended up in a goal. And it seemed like Brentford were, I don't know whether he was playing for Stoke or Brentford, but it seemed like Brentford were doing exactly that, especially in the dying minutes. And the first time they did that, Sanchez was able to save us. There was an awkward bounce in the box, and Sanchez was able to save it and take it over the bar. And he was shouting on his defenders. He was telling them to be more aggressive, more alert. Next time, they should be more alert. It's as simple as that. But they weren't. And then Carvalho scored from another corner, another long throw like that. And it was just appalling to see how the defenders, none of them that jumped got their head to it. About 4 defenders, around 2 Brentford attackers, leaving the rest of the attackers free. They jumped, nobody's head got to it. The ball bounced, and I think it reached a Brentford player that hit it across the face of goal. And Carvalho, who had just come on, I think about just 2 minutes in, and he scored. He scored the equalizer for Brentford. So we thought we were going to finish the game on top of the table in the Premier League, but it didn't happen that way. We just let the lead slip from our hands. We just let the lead slip from our hands, and we were disappointed. We threw away the 3 points. We threw away a very good opportunity to take the lead and to be on top of the table, but we didn't. We didn't do it at all. So I don't know. I think Maresca next time shouldn't be making mistakes like this. He should have started with the boys that he usually starts with from the get-go. You should have started with them from the get-go, and then you work your way, and as the game goes on, you bring in Bononote, you bring in Hato, you bring in Fofana. It's like that is when the game has been won, or the game is, or like we are the ones controlling the game, or it's something like that. Then you bring them in later on. You don't bring them immediately. You don't start them in a game when they haven't really gelled properly with the team. They haven't really understood the way Maresca would want to play. So the first half was so disorganized, losing balls, losing 50-50 tackles, and giving the ball away cheaply. Like, we were really lost in the first half. But the second half, this is one thing I like about Maresca. I see some mistake, acts quickly. Sometimes he makes a substitution late, but this time he did it right on time. But still, we drew. So yeah, I mean, I just hope that against Bayern Munich we will do something. We would come away from the game with something, because the way we defended today, I'm really worried. But Chelsea has a way of becoming like prime Italy or prime Brazil whenever we are playing against teams that are expected to be big. Chelsea has a way of becoming prime Brazil whenever we are playing a team that's expected to be bigger than us, or has everybody's. Chelsea has a way of becoming prime Brazil whenever we face a team and we are the underdogs. We face a team that people already think they're going to beat us. Against PSG, we dominated, and we'll see how it goes. I'm really hoping we do something against Bayern Munich. So yeah, that's been my review. What do you think about the game? What do you think? Are you also disappointed just as I am? What do you think about the game? Let me know if I missed something crucial in the game. Maybe there's something that I should have talked about I didn't talk about. Let me know in the comment section down below. And yeah, if you're not subscribed yet, kindly subscribe, give the video a like, and yeah, and give the video. If you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe and give the video a like. That would help the algorithm to push this video out to other Chelsea fans like yourself to also enjoy this video. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, stay safe.